Ali is known as one of the greatest boxers of all time. He was widely regarded as the hardest hitter in the ring, and had a tremendous punch. During his career, Ali faced many formidable opponents, such as George Foreman, Joe Frazier, and Ken Norton. All of these men had the ability to punch hard. George Foreman was Ali's toughest opponent. He had a powerful jab and an even harder straight right. He was known for his vicious bodywork. Joe Frazier, on the other hand, had an effective left hook and was a very good in-fighter. He was considered to be one of the harder punchers among all opponents that Ali fought. Another one of Ali's opponents that had a fearsome punch was Ken Norton. Norton was a powerful and aggressive fighter, with a hard straight right. While it is difficult to say who hit Ali the hardest, there is no doubt that all three of these men had the ability to punch very hard. George Foreman was known for his tremendous power and his ability to throw heavy leather. He was also known for his ability to wear his opponents down with his punches. Joe Frazier, on the other hand, was a very active fighter with a great jaw and a tough chin. He was capable of taking hard punches and never seemed to tire. Ken Norton was a very powerful fighter with a devastating uppercut. His style of fighting was relentless and he was known for his durability and toughness in the ring. Ultimately, it may be impossible to say who truly hit Ali the hardest. All three of his opponents had the power to give Ali a tough fight. Although George Foreman was known for his tremendous power and his bodywork, Joe Frazier was capable of taking hard punches and never seemed to tire. While Ken Norton had an aggressive in-fighting style and a devastating uppercut, it is difficult to say who hit Ali the hardest out of all three men. Ultimately, it could be said that each opponent had the potential to hit Ali the hardest. Each of them had their own unique style of punching and each was a formidable opponent. Ali was a master at taking hard punches without flinching and he was well aware of the power of each of his opponents. He famously said, "Everyone who has ever hit me has hit me the hardest in his own way." Ali was able to take punishment from all three fighters without being knocked out. He showed great courage and skill against all of them. George Foreman was the first to hit Ali hard with his powerful punches and strong bodywork. He had a great punch and Ali was no match for him. Ali's toughest fight with Foreman came in the Rumble in the Jungle, where Ali took Foreman's best shots and eventually came out victorious. Joe Frazier was another of Ali's toughest opponents and was known for his left hook and in-fighting ability. He hit Ali hard and never seemed to tire. Frazier's hardest punch came in the Thrilla in Manila, where Ali was knocked down twice by Frazier's powerful punches. Finally, Ken Norton was the last of Ali's opponents who hit him the hardest. Norton was a very powerful fighter with a devastating uppercut and relentless style of fighting. Norton's best punch came in their third fight, when Ali was knocked down by Norton's vicious uppercut. It was a remarkable punch and Ali was unable to get up. While all three of Ali's opponents had the potential to hit him the hardest, it is difficult to definitively say who hit him the hardest. All three of his opponents had unique styles and all were equally formidable opponents. Ultimately, it could be argued that George Foreman was the one who hit Ali the hardest. His punch was exceptionally powerful and his bodywork was punishing.